Hey everyone, happy Monday. It is the 16th of March today, 2021. I'm Declan, for those of you who are just joining the Central YMCA channel for the first time. Very warm welcome to you all. And for my returning subscribers and members, lovely to have you back with me. So today's session, I'm going to revisit some mobility stretching kind of exercises. And the reason it's important to kind of revisit these is I'm just conscious, I've had a couple of messages and emails from people saying they're feeling a little bit sort of stiffer than normal. Maybe not doing as much, particularly if you're shielding still, not leaving the house. Anything can start to stiffen up, the knees, the hips, the thighs, the hamstring. So hopefully this will help a little bit. And I would recommend that you do some stretching mobility probably every day, if you can, if you've got the time. It takes anything from around maybe 5 to 8 to 10 minutes. If you've warmed up, especially if you've been able to go out for a short walk, you feel your body's a little bit warmer, or you've done some housework and you've kind of got everything, the heart rate up a little bit, always do a bit of stretching afterwards. It does help over time. You know, stiffness, tightness in areas won't disappear overnight. It can take weeks, it can take months, it could even take years. It just depends on your own sort of body makeup. So be patient with yourself. Don't be discouraged and kind of think, oh, well, I've done this for, 3 weeks now, I'm not feeling a difference. Just keep at it. It's really important to keep doing it. Remember, stretching does reduce the risk of injuring yourself as well, which is why it is recommended that you do stretch your muscles. Mobilizing your joints can just help to keep them supple, help to keep them moving, and in the longer term reduce sort of stiffness and tightness. As always, if you have injuries, anything around knees, shoulders, elbows, hips, just be mindful, listen to some modifications. I'm going to try and make this very much a kind of a modification type session as well. So for today's session, essentially what we're going to need is just a chair. Please can I ask that it is a solid chair, like perhaps a dining room chair that you've got, or a kitchen chair, not a couch or sort of a lazy boy chair either, just a solid hard chair. You might, if you've got a sort of a bar like this, I've got a gym stick here, use that, or even a broomstick would be good as well, just to have something to kind of use for shoulders as well. So check your space, as always. Make sure you've got space around you. I would recommend maybe some warm clothing, particularly if you're in a colder climate. If you're in a hot climate, just comfortable clothing, shorts, t-shirt, whatever you've got. As always, everyone, I'm a big one on this. I'm going to come into the camera. Please keep a bottle of water to hand. Keep hydrated. It's important to keep drinking, especially if you are in a warm climate and your body is sweating a lot. You do lose water and it does need to be replaced. So, first things first, when you do stretching mobility, it's always important just to get a sense of where the body is on this particular day. So just check in, take a few seconds now just to check in, see how you're feeling. There's perhaps any niggles anywhere, any tightness, just check, let the mind just check in with that area. And as we go through this, maybe just kind of be conscious of that stiffness and start to see how it feels as you start to do the stretches. So you can see I'm standing and I'm just starting to sway my hips side to side. I'm starting to engage my abdominal muscles by just gently drawing them inwards and upwards. And people will often say, well, what does that mean? It's kind of like having a tight belt wrapped around your waistline. So you feel an internal contraction and you keep that contraction throughout the class. So really pulling in and sort of upwards. And another good visionary example is if you had a corset wrapped around your waistline. So remember in the olden days when they used to see the servants pulling the corsets around the people they were working for, or the waistcoats. Imagine that was being pulled around. So as we start to do this, we're going to mobilize our shoulders, start to roll the shoulders back a few times and then roll them forwards. Just a nice gentle movement. It doesn't have to be big here, just a couple of easy shoulder rolls. And at the same time, start to check in with the neck area. Does it feel tight? If it does, maybe just do a couple sort of gentle side-to-side head movements. Look to the side, look to the opposite side. Just turn your head, roll the shoulders forwards and then back. And then with your neck, just let the head drop to look towards the floor. And then gently lift, look towards the ceiling. And again, just drop, look towards the floor. Don't force it. And just look up towards the ceiling to get a sense of how the neck is feeling today. Consciously let your shoulders relax and just take it nice and easy. Hands on hips now. Start to roll the hips in a circular movement. So kind of nice and easy. Nothing too dramatic. Soften your knees and just kind of go clockwise and then anti-clockwise. So I'm going to demonstrate from the side as well. I've got my feet a little bit around hip width apart, and I'm sort of leaning slightly forward and then leaning slightly back, and I'm changing direction. So you can see how I'm allowing the hips to move in that lovely circular movement. Soft knees, strong tummy muscles, soft shoulders. And just changing direction. This is a really nice one to do. If you've been sitting for a while, perhaps reading or watching television, just get up and do this every hour or so, just to loosen up your hips. And then just release. Come back up to that lovely tall posture, so your spine should be lengthened now. Your shoulders are relaxed. And from here, we're just going to do a little rounding of the shoulders and then a lifting up. So we're going to open up the chest and the shoulders. So we're allowing ourselves to look towards the floor, and then we're allowing ourselves to look towards the top of the ceiling, and then again just rounding. So kind of almost just allowing our bodies to start moving in a soft and relaxed way without over-exaggerating it or forcing it. Just allowing shoulders, chest to move. Breathe more. Focus on your breathing as well here. Try not to hold your breath. Just a soft, easy breathing is good. The last one. Lovely work. I'm going to face forward again. Check in with my posture. Stand tall. Make sure my tummy muscles are still drawing in and up. Now from here, we're going to lift one arm up and we're going to gently take it behind us and bring it back to the side. Other arm lifts up, forward, and then you're going to gently take it behind to the side. So alternating arm movements, kind of doing a backstroke movement with the arms, as if you were in a swimming pool on your back doing backstroke. You can allow the head to turn slightly if that helps you a little bit. Absolutely fine. If you feel more comfortable just facing forward, that's absolutely fine as well. But we're just allowing the shoulders to move in a slightly different direction here. Getting some movement, mobility, length through the shoulders. Keeping your wrists nice and strong, but allowing your fingers to open out again. You can see hopefully in the camera that my fingers are kind of spread out. They're not clenched in a fist. We're not creating tension in the body. We're allowing the body to move. Just one more here and then release. Stand tall, check in with your breathing. This time round, we're going to reach the arm up and bring it forward to the side. Take the other arm up, reach it forward to the side. So now we're just bringing the arm in the opposite direction. Almost like doing crawl in the swimming pool, if you are a swimmer. Kind of a forward movement, just mobilizing the shoulders. Again, there's a slight gentle turning of the body, but you're not over-exaggerating it. You're keeping it lovely and soft throughout. 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more, and release. Round your hips again, soften your knees. Shoulder roll out, loosen up neck. Turn side to side a few times here. Look down, and then look up a few times, just to get a sense of allowing your neck to move and losing any tension here. Lovely work, everyone. Check out the legs a little bit now. So we've kind of mobilized our shoulder blade area. We've got our chest, upper back moving. Hopefully the hips are starting to feel a little bit looser now. So we're just going to take it into a gentle march on the spot now. And as we do that, can we all just kind of shake out our hands? Move our fingers, maybe do some clockwise, anti-clockwise, wrist circular movements here, just nice and easy. Again, no kind of fast movements here. We're just kind of getting the body to move, marching it out on the spot, still being conscious of our space, where we are, still being conscious of tightness around the navel, and then we're just going to release. Now we're going to interlock our fingers like that, and from here we're just going to turn the palms to face away and then in. So I'm going to move a little closer to the camera so you can see it's kind of that gentle move of just opening up your wrist area, interlocking fingers, nice and slow, nice and steady. Allowing forearms to stretch a little bit here and our wrists. And then there's another one we're going to do here. We're going to rock the baby. So we're going to allow the palms to face up, and then we're going to turn the palms down. We're going to turn the palms up, and we're going to turn the palms down. So it's like a rocking or cradling a baby here. And it's just allowing shoulder blades to move a little bit, wrist joints to move, and just getting some movement in those tight areas of the body, particularly those wrists and forearms. Just keep the palms facing down, and then you turn the palms to face up. So we're allowing movement through those areas, and then just release. Lovely work. Roll out the shoulders. Now we're going to pick up our broom, or our hard stick, and from here, we're going to stand nice and tall, and we're going to lift the arms up, overhead, and then gently bring them down again. So this is a nice, easy move. Just a nice, gentle lifting of the arms above the head. Nice and slow. Exhale up, inhale all the way down. Breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. Soften your jaw, soften your forehead, smile at yourself. Don't get frustrated, just let the body move. And then from here, we're going to hold the arms so that they are parallel to the floor. Suck the belly in, we're going to inhale, exhale, rotate to the side, come back to your center, and then opposite side. So we are mobilizing our spine here. We're keeping the hips fairly still, and we're just doing a lovely gentle spine twist. We're going to do another 4, another 3, good work everyone, another 2, and another 1. Excellent. Now turn it so that you've got this facing down. Now breathe it away from the body, and I'm going to demonstrate this from the side. We're going to have a nice, strong, soft upper body. Make sure the chest is lifted, suck the belly in. And we're going to gently just lean to the side, and then come back up to your center, and then the other side. So it's a something leaning forward from the hips, just gently looking towards the floor, and you should feel a stretch through the side of your shoulders and ribcage. Don't force it, just keep the body moving side to side. There's a slight movement in your hips here as well, but you're keeping your knees soft. Just got 3 more. Good work. 2 more. Put a bit of pressure on the pole, and the last one, and then release. Shoulder roll out, and then shoulder roll out again. Holding back on to this. We're going to make sure we're standing tall. And we're just going to do a gentle move side to side. Looks like rocking the baby, but now we've just increased the area that we're working. So it's just a gentle swing side to side. Chest is lifted, shoulders are relaxed. We're just letting the body move to that side. This is a really good one to do if you play a lot of golf or tennis, just to get that kind of power in the shoulders. Just side to side, don't clench the broomstick or whatever bar you're sort of holding. It's a firm grip, but you're not clenching. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and rest. Shoulder roll out. Lovely work. Now, bring your hands to their shoulder width apart, stand tall. Spine lengthened, shoulders soft. We're going to, keeping the shoulders relaxed, bring the bar overhead. I'm going to demonstrate from the side. Take the arms just slightly past the head, and then release all the way down. So repeating what we did earlier, but just seeing if we can take the arms a little bit further back now. If you can't, don't worry about it, just go where you can. Just again, getting some mobility in the shoulders. Up and down, nice and easy. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. One more, lift, and then release. Good work. Hold on to your bar, changing. We're going to reach the arms up, soft knees. We're going to flex and flex. Just nice and easy. Hips sway side to side here. Nice and easy for 3, for 2, and for 1. And then release. Take the bar down. And for now, we can lose that. We can pop it to the side. And I'm going to suggest you all have, if you need one, a water break. As I am going to, because I like to lead by example. So have some water. And then pop it to the side for me. Excellent work. Alright, we're going to make use of our chair now. So I'm going to come in slightly closer to the camera so you can see me, everyone. Be a couple of feet away from the chair, so we're not kind of right up close to the chair. We're going to do a little bit of a softening of the lower spine and stretching of the glutes and the hamstring. So we're going to place our hands on the chair, on the top of the chair. We're going to walk our feet a little bit further away. Keep our feet hip width apart or a little wider if you need to. Bend your knees, stick your bottom out, and then just gently, you can move your hips side to side here. Look towards the floor, relax your neck. Just sway side to side. Feel a little bit of a stretch through the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back. And then we're going to hold still, and we're going to round our spine, and we're going to lift our head up, and we're going to walk forward, holding onto the chair, shake out your hips. Let the blood go back down to the toes. We're going to repeat that. So it's a kind of a leaning, allowing the hips to kind of move almost away from the body so you really feel the stretch to that lower back. So let's walk the feet away. Keep the hip width apart, please. Bend your knees. Look towards the floor. And then gently rock your hips side to side. Spread your fingers out, please. Don't clench the back of the chair. And then we're going to round our spine, and we're going to slowly lift our head at the top, and we're going to walk forward to stand tall. Let the blood go back down. Take a few breaths here. Shake it out. Good work. Excellent. Shake out your hands. So, that forward lean was giving our lower back, our glutes a little bit of a stretch, and our hamstrings, as well as our shoulders. So there's quite a few things going on there. You may feel it in one area of the body more than the other. That's absolutely fine. For whatever reason, sometimes we might be a little bit more flexible, for example, in our hamstrings, less so around our shoulders. So just keep working on that. Remember your breathing. So now, I'm going to take the chair, I'm going to bring it to face the side. We're going to shake out and we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So there's two choices for your hamstrings. Hamstrings are the big muscles that run through the back of the leg, yeah? Often very tight, often uncomfortable, causing cramp. So, you can do a couple of heel to bum here, just to loosen up a little bit if you need to. Starting off with right or left leg, I don't mind, you choose. Hold on to the chair for balance if you need to. If you're feeling brave, you can let go of the chair and just focus on doing a bit of balance, keeping the abdominals tight. Now option one, we're going to bring the leg forward that we're stretching, the opposite knee bends, and we're going to hinge from our hips, look forward. So you can keep the foot on the floor. If you can also place the heel down and lean forward. So the heel goes onto the chair and lean forward. That creates quite a strong pull through the back of your leg, and we're going to hold that. Option 3, don't say I don't give you options, is you sit on the chair, you extend the leg out, and you lean forward. So again, your toes are curling in towards you, you feel a pull through the back of your leg, you look slightly ahead of you, and you relax into it. You don't grimace and clench up and kind of become all tense. Just let the stretch happen. Doesn't matter how far forward you are, wherever you are is great. And then slowly release up. So we're going to repeat on the other leg, going through the options again. We're going to move to the other side of the chair, so you can start to do the other leg safely. Option 1, heel down, then supporting leg and hinge. A couple of gentle breaths in and out, feeling it through the back of the leg. Nice and easy. Okay. Option 2, if you can, place your foot and then gently lean forward. Without hunching your shoulders up, feel it through the back of the leg, breathe. Option 3, if you feel like you prefer, you can do this one seated. Extend the leg out, sit nice and tall, so we're not collapsing, we're lengthening up, and then we're leaning forward. So we hold these stretches for around 30 seconds to a minute or so, and again, each time you do these, see if you can go forward a little more, but don't go to the point of excruciating pain. It should feel moderately uncomfortable, but not absolutely like, oh, this is too much. Okay, and you hold that. And then you release that up nice and slow. Take your time coming up to standing. So you keep the feet flat if you've been sitting, or rock the body weight forward, and then a strong push up through the front of the legs using your core muscles. So again, it's important here to make sure, everyone, that you're not forcing the stretch, you're allowing it to happen. Okay? My next stretch, got 2 options. We can do the standing one or the seated one. So I'm going to demonstrate both. So first off, shake out your hips a little bit here. Give me a little bit of a hip jiggle. Just shake them out. Now, you can either keep your foot on the floor with your toes pointed down, and you can just do a gentle hip opener, just allowing the knee to sway out and in, like that. Just a nice, easy move. Do both legs, obviously, so I'm going to change to the other leg now. So toes down, and we just do that. It's a nice, easy movement. We're not forcing it. We're not grimacing. We're just letting the hips open up, relaxing our shoulders, but keeping some tension through our navel. If you want to go a little bit bigger, you can do a little simple hip lift like that. So we can literally lift the leg up and just open up. Nice and easy. Take the leg as high as you feel comfortable, but the foot does leave the floor. We just do a couple of movements out. We're going to change to the other leg. So we're just opening up our hips here a little bit. Again, it's a good one to do if you do a lot of walking or cycling maybe, just to kind of let the hips open. Just do one more and release. So that is your hip mobility. Now we're going to do the wide hip stretch. So we're going to laterally rotate our feet, pointing them out. We're going to place our hands on our inner thighs. We're going to look up, bend the knees, slightly forward. Stick your bottom out and relax. Look forward, breathe. Feel the inner thighs stretching here, but you're not pushing anything down. You've got that slight lean forward, your tailbone is lengthened, and you are breathing. Hold that. And then slowly release, stand tall, walk the feet in, shake out your hips a little bit, give them a wriggle. Option 2, you can sit on your chair, preferably towards the edge of the chair, and you can do the same thing, just doing that, alternating your leg, just letting the knees flop open, getting the hips to move a little bit. Take a couple of minutes or so just to do this one, loosening up hips, and then we're going to do that stretch again. So this time around, we're going to take the legs out, wide, knees out to the side, chest is lifted. So always feel lifted when you're doing these. not feeling like we're collapsing down. Place our hands on the side of our legs, lean forward, look forward, and just feel that inner thigh stretch. Again, not forcing it, not kind of pushing it to the point where it feels uncomfortable. A couple of gentle breaths in and out here. Just a nice, easy, gentle breathing movement. And then we're going to round up and release. Lovely work. Shake out the hips. Again, you might want to lift one leg here and just do a little bit of an ankle circle as well, which is always good. So we've kind of got the shoulder joints, the wrist joints moving, but also the ankle joints are really important. So you can do this one seated, some ankle circles, swapping over, holding onto the knee and just kind of moving the ankle clockwise, anti-clockwise, wriggling your toes a little bit as well. Then the toe joints also need to move. Do that a few times, please. Loosen up the ankles. Again, if you do a lot of walking, and I think most of us have done a lot of walking over this pandemic, it's good just to move these areas. And then release. Come up to standing slowly, shake out the legs, and release. So from now, we're going to do our final stretch. We're going to come back to the beginning. We're going to wriggle our hips. We're going to do that same circular movement that we did in the beginning, where we're kind of leaning forward a little bit here and doing a little bit of a hip wiggle, clockwise, anti-clockwise, soft knees, just breathing into it. So side view, everyone, just so you get a sense of it, is that gentle lean forward, letting everything just move. You might want to shake out your wrists a little bit here, move your fingers, and then release. Shoulders broad, stand nice and tall, chest is lifted. We're going to breathe in, lift up, exhale out. 2 more. Inhale, exhale out. 1 more, lift up, and release. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. So, that was just revisiting a couple of those earlier mobility and stretching sessions that I shot. Some may have been earlier this year, some last year. If you are feeling particularly tight and stiff in any areas, remember, go to the playlist button and go for, there should be under chair-based stretching and mobility sessions. And I've also done some floor-based stretching and mobility sessions. So my plan is to shoot another floor-based one, just to kind of keep content fresh. If there is anything that you want more of, please, in the comment section below, do keep the feedback coming. I really do value it. Please look after yourselves wherever you are. We're getting to the end of this slowly but surely. I know here in the UK, schools have gone back now. And we're hoping to reopen here at the club on the 12th of April. Fingers crossed, it all continues to go well. But yeah, please look after yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Do this workout. I would say, like I said, try and do it regularly to get some benefit from it. And just listen to your body on each day, because every day your body is different. And yeah, hopefully I will see you on the YMCA YouTube channel again soon. Thank you so much for staying engaged with us. Thank you for all the donations we've received. They are greatly appreciated. And I will keep shooting content for the Central YMCA YouTube channel over the next couple of months. So do stay tuned, keep an eye out for it. And again, thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.